Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come in.
Alright guys, so jumping right into the video, I was sent this unit by Wiggins hair, shout out to them, and I'm just gonna open up everything and show you guys what was in my package to get a thank you card. Of course, they give you an elastic band to lay down your lace. Then you get another like satin edge wrap, so on top of the, then you can put it on top of your elastic band. And then you get wig caps. They have like a whole book. It's cute. Really, I really don't need it, but you can look in it if you want to. And then they give you an edge brush and of course some lashes. So this is just a look into the wig. I did go ahead and bleach the knots. I am not a pro at bleaching knots yet, so for me, they could have been bleached more, or a wig expert would say they could be bleached more, but I kind of just do to my liking, and then I go over with foundation and stuff to conceal the knots just a little bit more. So along with foundation, I do use that tinted lace spray. I think I use the color dark brown. And then now I'm showing you guys everything that I use. I use Ghost Bond, my Got To Be spray, and then the yellow even lace spray. And crazy thing, I actually didn't even use my Ghost Bond. I ended up just using the yellow ebon, however you pronounce it, lace spray, and then my Got To Be. So at first, after I bleached the knots, I went ahead and used the tint spray and sprayed it. And then you want to just make sure it's dry so nothing transfers onto your actual head or the wig cap. Now you guys know the drill. It's time for a bald cap method. Because this unit is a 4x4, I actually didn't need to do the bald cap method, but for me it's like a wig initiation. Like, I can't not wear a wig for the first time and not do the bald cap method. Whether it's a frontal or a closure. So you know how the bald cap method goes. You put your wig cap on, you spray either Got To Be, lace glue, whatever is your preference, in the area that you need, let it dry, and all that good jazz. After it dries, I do put on my foundation powder, foundation, whatever product I'm using to blend the cap to my skin tone. I do put it on before I cut the cap, and I will personally recommend that. I have found it to allow my bald cap method to blend more seamlessly. So go ahead and try this tip and let me know if it, cut down your blending slash cleaning time, because I know it did it for me. But to get into the basic specs of this unit, it is a 4x4 lace closure unit. I received it in 20 inches. For this specific wig, they allow you to buy in either 20 inch or 22. They don't have the density in the title, however, it is in the description box, like below the item description box, and it does say it's 180. But y'all, I'ma keep it real. I definitely think this is a cool 150. Like, it's not crazy thin, but it's not 180. Especially for this to be a normal like body wave unit, 180 to me should be a little bit thicker than this. So now you do see me going ahead and cutting more of my ball cap. After putting on the wig, I felt like I put it up a little too far. So I am cutting it to just make sure it kind of falls behind the hairline of the wig. And even if it falls further back, I'm okay with it. And I can blend it with foundation powder. I also did go ahead and pluck the closure. That's all the hair that I got from plucking the closure, and I'm like actually surprised, because to me that's a lot of hair, and if you see, it doesn't even look like I plucked too hard. I didn't go like hammer bammer like I could have. But now I'm just, trying to see how I'm gonna lay it. I already did part it. I'm doing the middle part. and just kind of getting the lay of the land before I start to lay this down. Another tip that I learned, and I'm glad I started doing it the moment I saw somebody on YouTube do it. It could have been YouTube or Instagram. Literally cutting those tabs on the side before laying my wig down. That makes a big difference. If you didn't know about that, girl, well, now you know. And listen, I was today years old when I finally started trying it out, because I realized, why isn't my wigs laying like, you know, where the lace at? No lace here. Scalp. And literally that one part was all I was missing. So you want to go ahead and actually cut those tabs off before you lay down your wig. So now I'm going in with that even lace spray adhesive. I'm only doing one layer across my forehead, because with my 4x4 wigs, I don't need that much security as I would with a frontal. So I'm usually okay with one layer of lace glue, lace spray, and then going back over with my Got2b. And that's what I'm doing here. So I let it get tacky, and then I lay it on top of the lace, and you see it stick. Nice and tight hold, and then I go back and spray my Got2b right on top of it. Now it's time to lay that lace, honey, and I'm going ahead with that elastic band that they gave me, and I'm using that to tie it down and just make sure the lace is all secure and set. So I will say, I felt that it was set way before I put the elastic band on, but you know, this definitely adds that extra security. Now it is time to style this bad boy. I am using that sleek stick that I got from my hair store, and after I put it on my part, I am going to flatten it out with a hot comb. If you don't have a hot comb, I don't know what you're doing. It's 2022. Sis, I need you to get a hot comb. It does not have to be the fanciest of fancies, but you need a hot comb. I promise you, you will definitely see the difference. Yes, you are able to achieve flat closures if you have like a curling wand, or if you use, sometimes I was even using the side of my flat irons, but once you get a hot comb, you will understand why you needed a hot comb all along. And they have different levels, different prices. If you don't want the most fanciest one that costs about like $25, $30, you can definitely start off with a small one that costs no more than $10 at your local hair store. So after I put the sleek stick on it, I am just going ahead with my hot comb and just making sure that the part is flat. You know, regular stuff. I'm already feeling it because it's on flat. You see? And that part is peeking through. I love this wig. Only thing I don't agree with, y'all, so far, like I said, is the density, because that they're advertising 180 and it's really 150. But other than that, I have no problem with this wig. It's definitely a beginner friendly wig. It's for my girls who love like a natural wig look. You're not into like body and volume, but you want that length. Time to cut. I am going in with those small eyebrow razors and a small pair of scissors. So I use the scissors to do the slit thing and cut slits, and then I go ahead and take the eyebrow razor to cut across the closure. Please be careful not to cut yourself. So you see me, this is sped up, but in reality I like was taking my time and going like little by little and making sure I didn't slice my forehead. So at this moment, y'all, I don't know who I thought I was. For people who know me, Danny does not do baby hairs, but I figured for the video, why not? Just to show you guys, like, I'm willing to try this in front of y'all, and here we are. So I am attempting to do baby hairs. I literally pulled out as little as I could from the front, and I am going to cut in a like upward motion. I tried to do the zigzag you saw, but it wasn't working for me that I see people do, so I just went ahead and cut up. And I did learn that when you cut your baby hairs, you want to cut at an angle so it goes from like short to longest. And that's what I'm doing. It's y'all, I was trying. I had to like talk myself through this. And I'm going to take my black Got To Be glue gel and slick and see what I'm working with. Play with it, you know. And that's what I'm learning about baby hairs and lace wigs and stuff. You have to play with it in order to see what works for you and what doesn't. You know, nothing beats a failure but a try. So I have to try in order to know what works for me, right? And prime example, I tried to do that front swoop baby hair thing, you know, that the kids do, and I just wasn't feeling it. Like, I don't know what I could do moving forward to make it better. I probably could have cut the baby hair a little bit more, but I wasn't feeling it. So, whoop, right back in the hairline you go. And that's the one thing I do like about if I attempt to do baby hairs, that I don't pull out too much hair so that it can go right back in the hairline and you won't even notice that I was trying to pull out baby hairs. So now y'all, on to the styling. You see, I'm definitely feeling myself. Like, so you can see I tried to curl it and it really wasn't giving what I was supposed, like what I wanted. And I think it's because I didn't like cut layers into it. I probably will cut layers when the wig is older, but for right now, I was just trying to curl it like straight out the box. And I didn't like it. So we're just gonna go for bone straight, you know, bone straight, sleek down, bust down, middle part Diana. And I'm going to take one of my widest flat iron, and I'm going in piece by piece. I definitely didn't have to go as hard as I did for this on the other side as I did for this side. I only had to do smaller pieces because I did curl it. So here's another trick that I like to do when I'm flat ironing my units. I definitely don't go hard with the passes, especially for me, because I do like a somewhat still like yucky textured straight. I kind of, if you want to compare it, you can definitely say I like the texture of if a kinky straight bundle was straightened as straight as it can be. So sometimes with a lot of my body wave units, I do one pass to get the wave out, especially at the bottom, and then like I do another short pass, and then I focus primarily my silky straight technique on the top. So the top is super flat, but the bottom still has a little bit of body. So that's just a little tip. Focus more your flat ironing on the top for the closure and maybe like the top 2 or 3 rows. But when you get to the bottom, just make sure that it's just straight. I hope that makes sense. So now that I'm done with my entire wig, I do go back and just do one single pass away from my face. to create that subtle bang look. You know, I didn't put layers in it, but I just wanted to give it a nice, just effortless swoop. And I just take the flat iron and I just flat iron away from my head just one time. And you see, it just gives like slight doobie vibes, slight silk wrap, you know? Nothing too major, nothing too heavy. Just a little soup for the girl. And guys, that is it. So, some of my quick final thoughts on this wig. It's beginner friendly. You don't need to do the whole process that I did. You can definitely just put it on your head, cut the lace, and go. The only thing I don't agree with is the 180% density part. But other than that, if you can look past that, like I'm looking past it, this wig is a go. You know, I'll have the direct link to this wig in my description box. Thank you, Wiggins Hair, for sending me this unit to try out and review for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. Until next time.